Let's just be sure. Let's be sure we're ready for this. Let's take down these rebels, lads. Let's take down these rebels. Highland foot here. If we had artillery, these would be absolutely blasted to pieces. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to wrap around these gentlemen here. Cavalry away from there. Greetings and welcome to episode 6 of my Napoleon Total War Kingdom of Norway campaign, and this, my friends, I left it last time after a terrific fight by Scottish rebels, my friends, are trying to bring back Scotland back under Scottish rule, and it was a heck of a fight, my friends. It really was an absolute wonderful fight, and we did it, my friends. We're using guile and discipline, my friends. We absolutely thrashed a far superior force than ours, and indeed this force here, the second rebel force that is coming in here, gives you some hints, some possible recognition here, my friends, of how difficult that fight was previously. This army isn't at the strength of the previous one was, but as you can see, they're bringing Highland foot, they're bringing heavy cavalry, dragoons, they're also bringing 6-pounder artillery here. They're bringing a lot of armaments and some of the finest troops you will find anywhere into the fight, and we still managed to hold. Indeed, we thrashed them, my friends. We absolutely thrashed them. But these attacks here by these rebels, they changed the whole dynamic here, the whole ethos of our plans for Scotland, indeed for the greater, wider war we have with England. Now, initially, what we were going to do is we were going to hold Scotland. We were going to replenish after the battle for taking Scotland. Then we were going to move immediately in and take England. And of course, that has been put on the back burner, primarily because we've got these two massive rebel armies decided to try and take Scotland back for themselves. Now, of course, the council has been an exemplary once again there. The advice has been an absolute joy to read. It really has, my friends. We've got a number of council members here. They've come up with some excellent suggestions and proposals indeed. Now, one of the main threads running through a lot of the comments and plans we've had is that we need a third army within this campaign as quickly as we possibly can. We have indeed, Chris Savosky, or General Savosky, as you can see, one of the defenders here of Edinburgh, has come up and said that if we have 3 armies, we could take the British on even before the rebellion, but we need artillery and grenadiers in order to do this. We will need those 3 armies when the British rebels try to take London back after we take it, and I fear that we'll have at least 3 to 4 armies, of which some will be very elite troops. And Chris speaks very wise words there, because indeed, you imagine the sheer magnitude of the rebellion if we take London, because Scotland, I would say, is a medium-sized city in the grand scheme of things. London is one of the largest capitals anywhere, so you can imagine the rebellion for that particular city will be huge. As Chris rightly says, it'll probably be double of what we found here in Scotland. And indeed, we've also got a number of wonderful comments as well, saying that, also from Awesomeness as well, saying that we should he said he's never seen a rebellion like that, and I absolutely agree with him. I've never quite come across a rebellion of this magnitude before. He's saying that we suggest that we a pincer attack that will destroy Britain. First of all, we destroy the rebellion sent to the armies to take Wales and England. Build a new army in Norway, and there it is again. Once again, another council member suggesting we build another army in Norway, which I think we will start to do. We've also, General Senchi Bat was suggesting we have a wonderful general in Norway sat there simply sort of, as it were, the garrison, babysitting sort of the Norway garrison there. We'll use that general to build ourselves a very, very fine force indeed. And then he's saying send the army to Norway and then send them to London. Once we've built and equipped with new artillery in Scotland, a number of council members saying that we need to get Scotland under control as quickly as possible, so we have access to the artillery, which we don't have at the moment. Then Awesomeness says they'll be facing threats from 3 corners. Now that is absolutely vital here, that we have this 3rd army. I think the council here has absolutely hit upon this very, very well here. We've also had Mel saying that we have to get that, once again, we have to get that artillery, that gunnery school moving, so we get artillery units. And also that there's an ongoing civil war in England, Mel says, and we must wait for the results of that to see if we can hit the English when they are very, very weak. Now, if we can do that, if we can judge our timing right, that will be an absolute wonder there. And of course, then we got Frankie as well saying that congratulating us on our victory there, because everybody was involved in that victory it was. And he suggested that once we've quelled this rebellion, we build another army. And again, there's another council member saying we build another army. And with 2 armies marching on London, just be careful right now. Watch out for the Irish. They might want it back. So again, they might be allies with us, but we're always going to keep an eye on our allies, as it were. And also that he wants to build. He says here, with your trade empire, you're going to need a huge navy. Build ships first to get a navy that will be doing the fighting. So in other words, build a fleet, an armada, as it were, to defend our trade fleets. And also Frankie's requested promotion as well to take part in the Battle of Britain. So Frankie Tibbets will actually be, General Tibbets will probably be put into the army, promoted into the army that's being built in Norway. And we have also Admiral Van Marden as well, who was Admiral of our fleets as well. And unfortunately, during the Battle of Edinburgh, one of his nephews was actually killed in that from friendly fire. Now, as Admiral Marden said, he says, "Sir, land battles tactics are not in my realm, but you really have to watch your friendly fire." And he's absolutely right. The friendly fire rate in that previous battle for Edinburgh was pretty frightening. We killed a number of our own troops there because of that sort of friendly fire. So we have to be very, very careful of that. Adam, or General Erna, because as it is now, because it says, "I believe you need to keep replenishing those forces while building up an army in Norway." Again, another council member saying build up an army in Norway. You can add cannon from Scotland once rebels are crushed. While one army should be able to topple London, you must make sure that one of the armies in Scotland is replenished to the point where they can assist in clearing out remnants and rebels. Wales can be taken after the British remnant is fought off. So again, there's another interesting point there. A number of council members saying that you must take London first and then Wales, and equally a number of council members saying must take Wales and then London. What we're going to do, we're going to wait and see how things play out first. First of all, our main task here is to make sure that we deal with these Scottish rebels. That's our first task. What unfolds after that, we will then adapt to as it is. But thank you everybody. I know this is just a small selection of the number of comments we had. I'd like to thank everybody for your wonderful comments. Honestly, they are absolutely fantastic. I will try to include more comments again next time round, my friends, for the next episode as well. But I'd like to thank everybody for their wonderful input, their wonderful proposals and advice. The council is absolutely the linchpin, the bedrock of every campaign, and this one in particular. Now, we do have a task on our hands here, because you can see our forces are diminished, sizably diminished, and indeed the Jaeger here, who were absolute heroes because of their stick. Remember, we were up against a formidable heavy cavalry formation, and they absolutely threw everything they could at us in terms of that. Those dragoons, they came in bravely, but they came up against the stakes, not only from the line infantry, but also the stakes from the Jaegers, which probably turned the battle, and also the mines that the Jaegers had put down beforehand. They turned that battle in our favour. Now we have to do the same here, but as you can see, they took a fierce punishment last time, and indeed they're coming in with quite a strong force. Not as strong as the previous battle, but still we have to be wary. Thankfully, we still have General Savosky's army here, which is a replenishing, and a number of the units are still almost at full strength. So we can call upon those should things turn drastically wrong for us. But my friends, let us continue the second defence here of Scotland. I have to excuse my friends any noise that might be potentially coming in the background. Things are quiet at the moment, but that might change drastically. What a fight it was though last time, my friends. It was an absolute joy to see, it really was. We absolutely thrashed the Scottish, and we are in a similar... This is a sort of a similar vein here. Let's look at the topography here of the battle here. It's, my goodness me, that is a huge deployment zone. I mean, this deployment zone is vast, sir. Now, it does extend vastly superior to the last one. It really does, as you can see all the way around here. We could even cut the road here. Now we've got, as was before, we've got the Scottish dragoons on the flanks with, of course, the artillery and the grenadiers, Highlander foot, right in the middle here. Now we've got to pick our deployment zone wisely here. We've got to watch out for these. As you can see, we've still got the aftermath of the previous battle here, these craters from the firing last time around. Now this takes us up to here, but we've got to watch out for this village here. It can be useful because you can protect your flank, but I think we will set up again on this flank here. It does give us the best opportunity and the sort of the widest available opportunities. Well, we've got these haystacks here, which will give us a little bit of a problem deployment. Unfortunately, they do cause a little bit of havoc deployment, so we will shift as far left as we possibly can here. We'll cut the road, and we shall now start to deploy. Let's get our best infantry here in terms of numbers. I think we'll have the 4th Regiment here, which is an absolute bastion here of defence last time around. Let's get them here, right in the centre.
Yes, sir.
Definitely going to have horse sticks here. I'm just going to momentarily, my friends, just lower the sound effects here a little bit. Just a smidgen. Excuse me for doing that, but in my headset, my friends, a little bit loud there. I think we'll have the 5th Regiment here. Let me know if the sound effects have been lowered too much. I know that I'm particularly fond of when the muskets go off. That is a wonderful sound effect. I think we'll have this regiment here on the 5th on the right. What if we can hold back some reserves? That would be very beneficial to us indeed. 271. We'll have the 6th Regiment here on the left. And again, we can try and squeeze out a reasonable amount. What we'll do is we'll curve it around here. We've got these haystacks which are going to cause absolute havoc. Let's quickly test out those haystacks and see if whether they are going to cause us those problems. No, they're not. That's good. Excellent. What we don't want to do is corner ourselves too much. Demarcation zone is all the way back here, which is excellent to see. So in that case, we'll have the 3rd Regiment on the right flank here. Again, watching out for that cavalry, which was an absolute... It was a menace to us last time, sir. We've got the 8th Regiment. We'll just start to manoeuvre our forces thus. We want them to come in here. We want to sort of almost follow the line of this. As you can see here, this sort of hill, this undulation here. We just want to follow it here. We want to follow that. We want to bend with it here. We want to follow the use of the terrain, the topography, and just flow with it here. Let the lines flow with it. If we keep them straight, we want to draw in that forces so that we can sort of bend and move around them. We can sort of outflank them. We can close the door here on them. So we want to draw them in as deep as we possibly can into these defences. 9th Regiment. I think we've got the 9th Regiment here. Now, it's going to be a little bit squashed up against this here. Gentlemen, thank you. But what we will do is we'll just put them here. We'll put the stakes down, and we can always pull them back. We can, of course, then we'll just put the stakes here in front of them, and that way then it'll give us added protection. Let's get all our cavalry into one place as well. Our cavalry has been severely depleted, to say the very least. Well, look at that. They've been absolutely smashed. We've got General Kinsler, who absolutely held his nerve wonderfully there, sir. There he is. It is a very windy, very breezy day here. We've got Jaeger. I think we'll set our first Jaeger here, right in the centre. We can see where they're going to come from. We'll just set them here. Got mines. We can set stakes once they've been deployed. Those stakes were invaluable last time. We'll try and wrap ourselves around here, try and draw them in to break up their formations here. We could even put in reserves, which would be an absolute wonder, sir. I think we'll have the 2nd Regiment here. We'll be a little bit more compact here in Bijou, but not going to take any chances at all. We'll have one more regiment flowing here, but then we're moving into the village there, and that's going to be potentially hazardous for us. Put the 7th Regiment here. Then we start to get into difficult territory here, difficult to say the least. We've got Jaeger here. Let's set the Jaeger up here. Let's be prepared here for what's going to come our way. Right on the extremities there. We've got, it looks like we're going to have some reserves here, which is good to see. We'll have these two gentlemen here, these two regiments, the 1st and 10th in reserve. And the 1st is in pretty rude health here. And then we'll have the Jaeger. We need to fill in this gap here if possible here. I think we'll have some Jaeger here. Just to really give us that extra zeal there in defence. We can set these. We'll actually put the 10th Regiment here in reserve. Okay. And we'll set the 1st Regiment just slightly here to cover this right flank. But I think that's the best we can do. We will come under artillery fire. We'll try and pin the artillery down. Where is our artillery? There's the general here. There's artillery. If we can take that artillery out, that really would help us significantly. But they've got 1 regiment of artillery here. If we could possibly get in there, if we defeat the dragoons, we could move our cavalry in and just swoop down here and take care of that. But let's see how this unfolds. Let's begin. Let's get these spikes, let's get these stakes in the ground, gentlemen, please. Now the stakes aren't going to extend as much as we like. Come on, gentlemen, get those stakes into the ground, for goodness sake. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is an absolute joy to see, sir. And we do have a large sort of open here, but that's just the risk we've got to take, and here as well. But there are horse anti-cavalry stakes here. We're going to pull these gentlemen back a little bit further here. Let's just line this up a little bit better here. Now they're on their way. Discipline, my friends. Discipline is needed here. We're going to put ourselves a little bit back from here as well. Actually, we'll put ourselves here in this sort of this slight hillock here. time, gentlemen. Double time. Gentlemen, move it. Well done, lads. Well done. Well done. Here they come. And possibly from this flank as well. No, they're not. Now they're moving. So now we've got to be prepared here. I'll actually shift these right into the trees here, I think, just in case that cavalry decides to move in. Ah, here they come. Here they come. We must be prepared here. Discipline, lads, discipline. We are going to go after. We're going to go after that artillery if we can. If we can just deal with these here. That artillery, that dragoons are already moving there on that flank. We've got to keep an eye on these here. We must maintain our discipline here. Discipline is absolutely key. Let's put them on skirmish mode. Let's make sure we absolutely get everything spot on here. We've got this anti-cav stakes here as well, so this will help you. If they overlap, they can hit this as well. Gotta keep an eye on these gentlemen here as well. They're gonna try and come from the village. The weather is clearer this time around. Here they come. That's a formidable force. If we had heavy cavalry like this. Oh, they're not up for it at the moment, or are they? They've even got the general in here. If we can take the general. Can we provoke them, possibly?
Linieninfanterie bereit! Linieninfanterie bereit, sir!
We need to draw them in before these foot soldiers get here, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. That noise is going to start up very soon, my friends. Someone's just woken up and realised that I'm recording. We've got to provoke them into some kind of action here. We'll go straight past them. If we can get past them with these gentlemen, yeah. That's exactly what we're going to do, can't we? Here they come. Here they come. We cause absolute mayhem here. Look at that, sir. Here they come. We're gonna watch this flank here now. We'll keep an eye on the flank here. If they want to fight them with their lives, sir. They're going to walk into two squares here, and the spikes here stay possible here as well. villagers really broken that up there. Yes, we got them, lads. We've got rid of one lot of artillery. They've been absolutely thrashed, sir. Those Highlander foot there that are stuck there, so they've actually split their forces up here to fight this, which is baffling to say the least. What the blazes is this? Yes, come at us, sir. Oh, look at that. I mean, absolutely butchered, sir. We've got to be able to adapt here at the moment's notice. Look at that. They've been absolutely... Look at that. All those dragoons gone. An absolute joy to see. Now we've got to prepare ourselves now for what is coming our way. Get back into line, lads. Get back into line. They're going to shift their focus here to the centre. That means we're going to switch this regiment here. Dragoons here moving in. If we can just deal with these dragoons here. If we can take care of this artillery, we will have absolutely... What a fight that was. That went absolutely perfectly. Look at that. We've massacred 2 dragoon regiments here without even, well, I wouldn't say breaking a sweat, but we've definitely dealt them a huge amount of damage there. That riposte was wonderful, sir. Now they've stopped. Now they're walking. They're just taking their time to get to us here, which is fine. They've bunched up the dragoons here in the centre. Now let's deal with them. Let's deal with this artillery once and for all. We'll pick them off bit by bit here. We do have reserves, but we don't want to bring the reserves in just yet. Here come those Highlanders here. These are absolute brutes. Look at this. Here they go. Here they go. Let's deal with these artillery. Steady now, lads. Step on. That blazes. Thank you, gentlemen. We've got to hold against these. They're going to, quite clearly, they're going to bottle themselves up into one massive force. Look at the size of this. If we had howitzers or cannon, these would be, oh, what a wonder. gentlemen, hold. We're trying to pull them onto us here, but these dragoons have not responded like they did last time. They just charged in, all guns blazing. But we just got to deal with it. We've got to deal with this artillery. Come on, lads! Before these dragoons are going to cut this force to pieces, we've just got to sacrifice them to take care of these. Yes, they've gone. Come on, make your mind up, lads. Come on, put them down here. Got to be prepared here to close this flank here as quickly as possible. Shut the door on them here. We've got to watch out for friendly fire though. Do beg your pardon, my friends. We've got to watch out for friendly fire. We've rid ourselves the artillery at least. Can we draw them down onto this flank here if possible? That would be very nice. Steady, gentlemen, steady now. Let's speed things up here a little bit. Let's speed things up here a little bit. They're gonna just looks like they're just gonna wait. We've got no problems waiting here. They're attacking us from over here. They come on the flank here. We're ready for them. We're ready for them. There it is, lads.
Linieninfanterie, bereit! Befehle werden befolgt!
Steady now, lads. Get ready. Get ready to fire.
Revolutionsgarde!
These Jaeger are an absolute wonder, sir. They're almost within firing range. Then we're going to have a whole battery here firing upon them in one go. Hasn't provoked these just yet. Yeah, steady now.
Achtung, feindliche Flanken!
We need to draw them in here. Double time, gentlemen. Look at the smoke here, look at the fog here. Here they come.
Yes, sir.
Our men are running, sir.
Blazes. You hold, lads. Damn you, hold. It's absolutely fine. These Jaeger have done well. They're broken, but still. We should have reinforcements coming in. Here they come. This is going to be an absolute monstrous battle, sir.
Achtung, feindliche Feldler!
Keep firing, lads. They've run. They've gone.
Revolutionsgarde!
Ah. Get back into line, gentlemen. Close that. Let's close that door. Look how tough these are. They are not wavering at all.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Generalstab! Befehle werden befolgt! Haltet die Abstände ein! Jeden
They've gone, sir. My goodness me, they want this city.
Our men are running, sir!
Oh my goodness me, this is just insanity, sir.
Our men are running, sir!
please.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
I'm sure it has, sir. Oh my goodness me, this has just become an absolute mess here, sir.
Our men are running, sir.
This is an absolute madness, sir.
Our men are running, sir.
Let's get in there, lads. Yes, I said, don't let them get away.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Yes. Oh my goodness, we've done it. What a fight that was.
Wir
What
sind
a
mächtig
fight.
und unbesiegt.
We lost a lot of men. They got 442 left. That's all they've got. Oh dear, we did kill a lot of our own. Wow. So statistics here. 330. Look at this. Look at this. The discipline here. The courage was remarkable. Oh my goodness, we've absolutely thrashed that there. Yes. I do apologise for that, my friends. A little bit of a glitch there.
Yes.
Absolutely done it, my friends. Look at that. We've only got this army down here to deal with, but these are spent.
Sir,
I think we got this under control here. Not quite. Ah, Goodman Jakobsen. +1 to command, we're leading infantry. +1 to morale in battles. Excellent. Let that army there replenish. Oh, even better. That is fabulous. Look at this. We can now get 38 gun frigates here. We can upgrade that as well here to a dry dock if needs be, and then we can really open up some 74 guns, 64 guns, 50 gunship of the lines. We do need to deal with these rebels.
Sie aus!
Let's dispose of them. I think we can deal with
Wir
that one.
sind
Indeed.
mächtig und unbesiegt. Ja, my lord. Vorwärts für Krone und
How many left
Vaterland!
here? Oh my goodness me, I think we might just swap these gentlemen out here.
Marsch! Alles bereit machen!
Just in case.
Euer Majestät?
I know it's going to be a slow replenishment rate, but still. We need to get this army to defend it, just in case they try and move and try and take Scotland again. But we do need to move out next turn here and deal with these. Actually, probably can deal with them now, to be honest with you, but we just need... Yes, we've almost got them under control here. The rebellion is almost finished here. And Scotland will be ours finally, but we do have Britain here completely sealed off. Bankruptcy is pretty high here. I mean, they're almost within... There's almost a rebellion. Look at the bankruptcy, 288. Minus 216 here. They're not getting any money at all. We're choking them off here. They should start losing units here eventually. Ireland should have this seized off here. They have indeed. Ireland is an ally of ours, but Spain was also previously an ally of ours, but they did go... We didn't have a full capacity here. Could we get an alliance with them, maybe? Could we get an alliance with Spain? Don't want to get too many. They're indifferent with us. -5 here. And again, -5 here. Friendly Kingdom of Prussia. Empire very friendly here. We'll just wait and see how things... We've got to keep an eye on Spain there. We do need to get additional... We've got 54,000 here. 7,625 there. We do need to get another army put together here for definite. We've got, look at this. Hinder takes from now. This general will be General Tibbets. We're going to start putting together our army here. So, in that case, we'll start putting together this army. We could do with some artillery. So hopefully, once we've got Scotland fully under our control here. Look at this. This army's taken us a heck of a thrashing, sir. We will deal with this rebellion here once and for all. They might even try and move in again and try and take the city. If they do, that will be the rebellion ended. We've got Wales here completely undefended, and so is London. But we've got to get a third army in here. We really do need to get a third army. The council is absolutely spot on. This general will lead that army. We'll probably draw off forces from here to help build that army. Got to be very wary of Sweden here. We do have peace with Sweden and indeed a trade agreement with Sweden. They do have a sizable navy here, but we are ourselves putting together quite there. We'll have a 74 gun additional here. We're then going to start beginning recruiting some additional. That 80 gun is quite expensive. We'll probably move down to 64 guns just to give ourselves to pack out the... I'm not quite sure what the difference is between these two here. As far as I can see, there's no difference at all. But we will start increasing our fleet here as well. We've got 2 64s, 1 80 gun. We'll have a 74 gun in there as well. If we could take London, that could just open up an absolute plethora of potential there. We'll also have a commercial port here as well, potentially in Chatham Docks. We got coming in here 7625. Our tax income is pitiful to say the least, but that's to be expected. We've got no tax coming from here at all. We've got to get this under control here. -65 here, because of course we've got exempt from tax. You can see they really are not pleased with us at all. We've got to end this rebellion here. We could indeed move out. Let's do this. I think we can deal with that. We'll have to. Yeah.
Niemand wird uns besiegen.
Yes.
Bereit und in Erwartung von Befehlen. My lord!
We've done it. We have done it. And now military crackdown is in situ. We'll move this army back to Edinburgh. The rebellion has been crushed. Do we get this dry docks here as well? I think we will, just to open up these Let's do that. And we can continue also, while we're at it, we can continue we can't get, now we've moved to dry docks, we can't, so we'll have to rely on these here for our merchant trade here. That's absolutely fine, that's what we'll do, merchant trade ship. Get that in the pipeline as well. Let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what happens using the technology. Anybody else got any research? We'll check France, who are our erstwhile allies. They've got nothing here at all. Is anybody? No, we've got we've got better technology here than, yes, than many of the major powers here. Right, let's end the turn here. Let's see what ramifications that will have. Ireland. Okay, France here. Oh, France on the move here, which is good to see. Also, as I was pointing out earlier,
Auf zum Horizont!
many of the councils are saying that we need to actually join a war or a campaign against the French, with the French, I beg your pardon, at some point, just to show that goodwill with them, which we will actually do. Kingdom of Spain, nothing silly from you, Spain. Nothing silly from you, so well done. Now it looks like our trade here has been cut because of this port being hit. Yes, indeed. Yes, look at that, sir. We've got the 74 guns here. Wonderful to see. It really is. Look at that. Oh, that is a joy to see here. 74 gun. So we're starting to build up our armada here. Not very fast. Edinburgh's now got the Star Fort, and we've got the Ordnance Factory here. That is a wonder.
Ja, my lord. Weiter!
Oh, look at that. I've got a great arsenal. We get howitzers as well. Oh my goodness me. 3,000. I think we might invest in that. Oh my goodness me, sir. I think we'll have these gentlemen the 6-pounder horse artillery. Take 4 turns. We don't have a great number. We need the drill school to open up more, open up additional slots here. Training 2, yes, we do need additional here. We've got the fort now. The Star Fort is ready. Roads are almost ready as well. This is now replenishing here, which is good to see. Let's get the Great Arsenal underway here as well. What's this looking like here? That's gone down because of the hit that's taken there, but still. Can we get any 24 gun here? I think we get a 38 gun frigate. We'll start putting a fleet together here in Scotland as well. We mustn't forget this army here in Christiania. Right, we're going to use General Tibbets. I think it's Tibbets. I do apologise, Frankie, if I've gotten your surname wrong, my friends. I do apologise, no offence intended. Tibbets, I think it is, or Tibbets.
Sonst noch etwas?
Got our general here. Let's start to put our army together here. This is the army that's going to help towards conquering London. We definitely need a good complement of line infantry.
Linke Seite, Marsch!
And also cavalry.
Weitere Befehle?
We do need to keep a good army though in Christiania.
Vorwärts!
Jaeger definitely, because they've proven their worth. I think we'll have another horse.
Sir!
So we've got that good comp. We've got 4 here. I think that we'll leave 3 open for artillery. And that means we're going to need to recruit additional line infantry. We've got to be very careful we don't start squeezing down this too much. But we should have that. Yes, merchantman opening one. We'll get another merchantman ship here as well. Got to keep that trade flowing. We'll use this here to immediately, this spider's web we've got moving out here. Have we got this under control? Almost under control, not quite here. We need to bring this right down here before we can open up trade. As you can see, that's not going to go down well. So once this is gone, we can then open up our tax from this region. That's going to help bring in 293 here, which will increase wealth eventually. We haven't hit this here. Nothing must be hit here at all. They mustn't be allowed Britain anything at all. Bankruptcy is hitting them incredibly hard. We just need that to go into a war here, a civil war. Look, if we could just take this, it would be a wonder, sir. We mustn't allow them any movement here at all in terms of their income. And we are replenishing this quite quickly, actually, which is good to see. But these need to be replenished, these armies, to brought up to full, without a shadow of a doubt. And also we need this drill school to be ready. My goodness, it takes a long time for this drill school. But then we can get grenadiers, then we can get dragoons of our own. We'll also have howitzers eventually. Right, let's end the turn. Hungary. French Empire. Well, now France. France is just absolutely huge. Gotta watch out for Spain though, just in case. But that's not gonna. That doesn't bode well. That does not bode well at all. Yes. No. No. I don't believe it. That's a war against Sweden. We cannot move this army out just yet. This army cannot. I wonder if we might have to move against Sweden then. But they've got some formidable forces here. That's not going to help That's not going to help us at all, is it? Let's be honest. We've got a decent navy, so that proves we've got to get our navy up to some kind of coherent. I think we might get ourselves. What's the upkeep cost? 492. That is quite staggering. I think we're going to get ourselves just some out and out firepower here. We're going to go for 74 gun. We just need that fleet. What is Sweden going to do? Are they going to move against us here? Can we try and bribe them here? Why did Sweden have to do that there? No, they don't like us now at all. Minus 113. Historical grievances. Alliance with enemy nations, in other words France. Okay, so we've got them. They are against us now, so we've got to watch out. We can't move this army just yet. This army has got to stay close to home. We're definitely going to put our general back into here. I'm not taking any chance. We cannot lose Christiania. If we lose Christiania, sir, our trade has gone. Christiania, I beg your pardon, my friends. We can't. We're just going to do what we can. We've got to stay. We cannot lose it. We've got a star fort here. So if they come against us, what we will do is we'll repel them, and then we'll move against. We'll actually move against Sweden itself. We'll move against Stockholm itself if they send these forces against us. But now they've got that. There's chances are they're going to send their fleet to try and blockade us here. We've got quite a punch. We've got to get these ships up and running here. And this dry dock here, this will help. We've got a 38 gun frigate here. We'll build another fleet here. Hopefully we'll get this under control as well. Let's end the turn, my friends. See what happens here. We can't let Sweden put our plans against Britain on hold here. Doesn't look like France can help us in any way. on, Russia. Do what you've got to do, sir. Nothing from Sweden. That's okay. That's good. So we'll just keep building that army there. As you can see, we've still got income. 4,206. Ah, excellent, sir. And why is it still burning here? What is going on here? 4,500 metal roads. Plus 5 to replenishment in the region. These are replenishing quite quickly now, which is good to see. We've got the horse artillery. Let's get these gentlemen. We can't. A damaged building? Of course, it's not finished yet. And this must be damaged here then. We definitely need more artillery, so we'll get another artillery here. Come on, gentlemen, replenish quicker. $4,571, that's excellent. We could take Sweden on, but they would outgun us. We can't see what's going on here either now. We'll keep... No, they're not going to go for it at all. I got a feeling they're going to attack us soon. We're not going to risk it, I can tell you now, my friends. We're not going to risk it at all. We can't lose Christiania. If we lose Christiania, we've lost. Got drill school. This is going to give us grenadiers. Then we can really start to pack a punch here. Norwegian ski troops. Yes. And dragoons. I think we'll just wait for this to do what it needs to do. So we'll hold there. We just got to hold our nerve. This has been... We can't recruit here at all for some reason because this is damaged until this is repaired. Another 2 turns. Let's get those 2 turns done here. Ireland has moved away here from Liverpool. That means that's opened up a British trade there. Come on, France, do some. Join the war against Austria. That's going to drag in a lot more. No, we won't take that, just in case. Come on now, France. United Kingdom. Oh, goodness me. Oh, what? They're going to go. They're going against Spain. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They're going against Spain. Excellent. How close now? Not too far. Still replenishing with this army here. Again, not too far away from getting full here. Yes. That school there is ready. We just need this one to be built and we are ready. We are good to go. 57,000. What's our income? 4480. That's not too bad at all. 2 more turns here. We get another 74 guns. We don't have any spies, which is a might just use this cavalry unit here to move in. Let's see how they like it. We're going to start raiding them there. If they want war, then they shall receive it, sir. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Grenadiers, sir. Grenadiers. dragoons. Now we're going to put an army together. What about Belgian ski troops? Look at these gentlemen. Oh, that's an absolute joy, sir. Got sloops, brigs, not really much good to us here. We need to upgrade. This needs to be upgraded as quickly as possible. 4 more turns, we're at dry dock. 1 more turn here. We'll probably hold off here until the council decides what to do. We'll actually hit Malmo as well, I think. And try and hit these here. And try and hit them in the pocket. Let's end the turn here. Could really do with conscripts. Actually, Grand Battery. Or Carcass Shot, which is brutal. So, and Field Ambulances plus 4 replenishment rate. That would really help us out a lot. We just need to get Scotland full into control here with this drill school. Let's end the turn here. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this will repair the drill school. Looks like the French... Oh, the French have avoided the British fleet there quite... Britain's going for Spain. They don't care about us. They're going for Spain here. Wow, they're throwing everything at Spain. Oh my goodness me, plot thickens. How are they able still to recruit these troops? Come on now, Sweden, if you can do something, sir, do it. Yes, look at that. Oh. This is going to be an absolute joy, so we're going to put the army together here that's going to absolutely thrash them. I think we'll get 2 artillery for this regiment here. 2 foot. And we'll get some grenadiers, I think. Looks like we might have to go for Britain ourselves here, independently of anything else. What have they got here? They've got that there. What's the army here? Ah, they've got Royal Hind of Fusiliers and Light Dragoons, but nothing too much here. Henry Paget, but that's not much of a force. We might... Are they still bankrupt? Indeed they are, sir. Look at that. The ruling classes are not happy at all. Almost at full strength here. We could potentially move against Britain quite quickly here. I think we might need to, especially with Sweden on the horizon. Let's quickly check what's going on here. Yeah, we're raiding here. Yeah, they don't like that, do they, sir? Maybe that'll bring them to the table. If it doesn't, you're not going to worry about that. What we are going to do... What's Military Academy going to give us? But it's going to give us a lot of chevrons here. Modern rifles. Small arms factory. Okay. Let's have a look at our technology here. What will Army Staff College give us? Not a lot of difference there, but still what we're after here is Britain. We need a London. We get hold of London. Look what they've got here. Look what the British have got here. Fencibles, Fusiliers, foot, light, foot, King German Legion light foot, King German Legion foot, British Dutch flanguers, King German Legion dragoons. They got a wonderful selection here. Just how are they being hit here still? They've repaired that, drats. Let's see what we've got here. We've got to have them bankrupt completely. They must be cut off entirely here from their from their exports. I think, my friends, we'll have one more turn, and that'll be, I think we'll get the metal roads here. Let's really put our foot down here and making it a statement here. There's 10 turns, my goodness me. 4, 5, 1, 6, not too bad. Just gotta wait for that dry docks to be ready. How far off here for this? Whoa, one more turn. We'll definitely wait for that. That's going to increase our naval capacity. Just in case Sweden decides to move against us there. Come on now, France. Do something, sir. Look at that British fleet there. That is huge. Looks like they want to open that port up. I think city from you, Prussia, please. We could have taken that there, but still we didn't. We've got to try and send more ships down to there. But here they come. I don't believe it. We are in deep trouble. We've got to take this fight. It's as simple as that. We almost had that ready. We'd have taken one more 74 guns, we'd have done it. But we've got to take this fight, my friends. We've got no choice but to take this fight here. We might have to pull this out of here as well. Not going to do us any good. That's not going to do us any good at all. They've obviously gone hit our trade here because we've hit theirs. Let's see how they like that. Yeah, let's see how they like that. Let's almost destroy that pub. We've got to take this fight here. We've got to take this fight. Like the outgunners as well. If only we'd managed to get one more. If we'd have managed to get one more ship in there, if we'd have managed to get that 74 gun in there, we'd have had a fair chance. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 ships. How many have they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they outgun us already. That's not going to be an easy fight. If we'd have got one more ship in there, we'd have probably stood a decent chance. But still. That's the fight, my friends. We've got to take the next turn. We've got to take this fight. It's as simple as that. Oh, they don't have... They've got an 80 gun ship, but they haven't got the best. They've only got 38s here, and 18 a sloop. That's probably their best one. There's a Valmkomst Fran Orienten. But they've only got a 64, a 74, an 80, and a 74. We've got a 74, 64, an 80, and a 38 gun. So it's even. If we can just focus on taking out the general here, we might be in good shape there. 414. Yeah, they've brought in... We've got Admiral Van Marden is going to have to definitely be earning his pay. Because if they didn't have that 80 gun ship of the line, we would be in pretty good shape there against them. If we had that other additional 74 guns, it would definitely be an even fight. But at the moment, it's in their sort of in their favour, unfortunately. But my friends, that is how we're going to end this episode. We have to take this fight to clear this Norwegian fleet out of the way here, otherwise we're going to be strangled. We're going to be strangled economically. It's going to be over for us. It's as simple as that. So hopefully we can give ourselves and get ourselves where we can open up this trade route again and deal with this Norwegian fleet. It's going to be very, very tough. So we've got to definitely keep our eyes on the ball here. We have to focus down these bigger ships if we get into this fight here. If only we'd had one more turn, we'd have had another 74 in here, and it'd have been a much more even fight. But my friends, it isn't. That's what we've got to deal with. They don't have these. These aren't the best here, so we could probably try and target them with the smallest narcissus here. But my friends, that's how we're going to leave this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please keep your comments coming down below, my friends. Please do not stop your comments coming down below. I'm going to take this fight next episode, my friends, and hopefully we will deal with this Swedish fleet, and then we can actually free up this port, and then we can deal with the Swedes properly then. Maybe we even catch one of their ships if possibly we can. But my friends, thank you for all of your wonderful support, wonderful advice. It really has been absolutely fantastic. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.